Hello everyone, MikeMoneyGMR here, and welcome back to City Skylines. Now, there is something that I have planned for today in this game. So, we have been doing City Skyline episodes for a long time now, right? And, it has now come to my attention that I should probably take a break from this. But before I do, I thought I would go out with a bang, so to speak. So, before I hit new game, I wanted to do something funny. I wanted to go into options, and I think there was some place in here that you could like turn on, you know, like cheats, for example. There was a way to do that. I'm trying to remember where it is. Was it inside the new game mode? I don't remember. There was a way to do that, right? Let me see. Shit, I don't know where it is. Crap, I don't actually remember. Ah, here we go, that's what it is. So, I wanted to do, well, oh, that's right. I didn't really want to like unlock everything on everything, but I kind of wanted to do this. I wanted to make unlimited money and just kind of have some fun and like test out some things. But I think I'm just going to do unlimited money and just kind of play for fun, really, you know, for a little bit. So new game, we'll do, sure, Cliffside Bay. So yeah, basically what I'm doing is I wanted to kind of have some fun with this, basically. I just kind of wanted to just play, you know, see what happens, and just kind of explain what's going to happen with this game in particular. Because I know right now a lot of people are in fact enjoying this, right? I mean, I already know that. It's like very apparent that a lot of you really do love this game, and I'm very happy about that and all that. I want you guys to know that it does mean a lot to me that you guys enjoy this game. Some things I wanted to kind of go over is like basically this game, you know, like it kind of ran into a lot of hardships right throughout, and now I've discovered that I'm having problems with the game as well. Like I'm actually having minor problems that you guys don't have to worry yourself with too much. It's mainly like I can't remember what's the next part number and all that, and that's kind of blowing me, you know, kind of screwing me over a little bit, you know. So, yeah, we can't build any highway roads, right? Not yet, at least. So, so we want to do that, and that unlocks the other roads, right? And so we want to immediately upgrade that to that. Shit. Alright, so we want, you know, large roads to start out, right? There we go. Just kind of a small little area here. Looks kind of shitty, but whatever, right? But it'll be okay, I'm sure. Alright, there we go. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to play around a little bit, right? And some things that I kind of wanted to go over is like, you know, my experience with this game. I kind of wanted to talk about that. I wanted to talk about, you know, my feelings of the game. Like, did I feel like the game was really fun and all that? So I kind of wanted to do stuff like that. I also wanted to, you know, discuss with you guys, like my plans for this game, like if I ever come back to it and all that, you know, stuff like that, for example. So basically, for the most part, this game was really amazing for me. Like, it really was, in my opinion. And at the same time, I also felt like there was a lot of fun things that you could do with this game, you know? Okay, so this water doesn't move much. So I probably want to put this, like, all the way over here. And, like, the pumps, like, the sewage thing. Like, here, I guess? Yeah. And then we have to connect them up. Of course. Like that. Stop. There you go. We can do all sorts of crazy stuff with this now, since we have unlimited money. There we go, just like that. But yeah, basically, what I was going with for this is, I kind of felt like this game was just drowning on, right? That's one thing I'll admit to you. I felt like we weren't really getting anywhere with this game, it felt like. You know, I just kind of felt like, oh, we could have way more success with this game if I was just, you know, having fun. And you know, and all that. So, basically, what should you expect from this game? Like, let's start with that. Like, let's start with the plans. So my plans are, if I ever do come back to this, I'll basically be just trying to show off anything that has changed in the game, for example. As of right now, there's really not a whole lot that has changed, and that's why I'm not, you know, like that excited to get back into it. What? Oh god. Okay, whatever. It's just YouTube. I put I put YouTube on my mobile phone, and now it gives me shit all the time, so it's kind of annoying, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so we got our people coming in, that's great. Sure, we'll put them right next to the entrance to town as well. Wow, okay. This actually seems kind of interesting. Can't wait to see how this is gonna go. Alright, well, we need some commercial zones. We'll put them right here, with no way for them to even get to them. Damn it! That's fine, we can fix that. There you go. Now they have a way to get to where the commercial zones are going to be built once they're needed. And let's get some industry here and here, because why not? Less demands for housing, sweet. And since we have unlimited money, we can just go apeshit with, you know, putting stuff everywhere. Oh yeah, the economy panel. I kind of want to put these to, like, way more than I've ever done before, just to see how much it actually provides us for a while. Nice. Alright. Speed up time for a little bit just to kind of get a feel for this. But yeah, back to what I was saying. So basically I'll just be showing off anything new, and I will also be, you know, showing off things such as, like, maybe I decided to build another city. Like, I don't know, I mean, why not? And kind of show you how it works, like, you know, what I've done with it. Or maybe I can do what some other people do and give streaming a try. I don't know. I've never mentioned it before, but I have been tempted to give it a shot, I'm not gonna lie, sometime, but I have a special thing I want to do first if I decide to do it. So, yeah. So, there's that. I also kind of want to do something with, you know, like, maybe see if I can go back and create my own thing and see how fast I can win by creating one, you know, or something like that. Or maybe I'll try testing out some of, like, the, Steam Workshop maps. I don't know. We'll just see. But first, let's go on to the next thing. Like, my experience with this game. Like, what I feel about it, how I enjoyed it, all that good stuff, right? So, for the most part in this game, I felt like it was a very enjoyable experience. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I felt like the game held me very well when it came to, like, you know, keeping me wanting to play and all that, which is something that these games usually do, so that's not a big surprise. I also felt like, you know, you had no reason to worry about, like, failing too much as long as you didn't do something really stupid like I kept doing in my game and all that. But here, I'll just give you my rating system. I know it's not the end of the episode yet, but I'll just give my rating system for now. So, here's some things I want to go over. I'm going to rate the game as it is right now, and then from, like, I might also do a rating on how it was before, like when I first started, and kind of do a side-by-side. So, let's start with gameplay. And now, I mean gameplay as a general, like, you know, things that you can do and all that. And, you know, the challenges you have and all that, basically, is what I'm going to kind of put into this. So, gameplay, I'm going to do the typical, you know, out of 10. I would say gameplay for this is actually like an 8 out of 10. Don't think I'm being harsh, I'm really not, I'm actually being kind of fair about this. I feel like it is that because, like, there's a lot to do in this game, but there's plenty of times where you're just sitting around waiting for the next thing to happen. Not that that's a bad thing, it's just something that I've noticed. And so it's just kind of funny to me that it's like, well, you know, there's nothing really to do, so I could probably, like, have it speed in this play, especially in free mode where you have unlimited cash. Like, I could probably just have it sit here and just go eat a sandwich or something while I'm waiting, and nothing bad would really happen, you know? Okay, so now they want more people moved in. So yeah, let's give them that. And what's good is there's no reason not to build that. But, like, I mean, honestly, I just feel like, there could be a little bit more to this game. I don't know, maybe. But I don't know what it is, like, basically. I think that what they've done is really good, but at the same time, I still find myself being like, man, I wish there was a little bit more to this and stuff, you know? But you're always going to feel that about any game you play, in my opinion. So, I'm not completely shocked by that, you know? Just kind of my 2 cents, so to speak, you know? But, like, I just feel like at times that I would be just like, okay, I'm bored, and I'm sure the viewers are bored too, even though you guys probably weren't, because, I mean, you never mentioned, like, you never said to me, hey, Mike, this is getting boring, can you, you know, change it up a little bit, maybe, like, show off some new things instead of just playing the same thing over and over every day. So I'm glad about that. I really do appreciate you guys, you know, just sticking with me and being like, hey, this is actually kind of cool, you know, just kind of sitting back, playing for fun, you know, which I'm glad, because that's kind of like the feeling that I have with this game, is that it's more about just, you know, leaning back and just relaxing and not really trying to tackle everything at once, like I would always try to do when I play games that have guides. Which brings us to our next thing. Since there's not really a story, I would say like kind of mission like thing to this game. So you know, everything you have a milestone you're trying to reach, right? And that's what you're always trying to reach, which we're about to reach this one. I felt like it didn't like take away from the game, but it did kind of feel kind of funny to be like, oh, I have to wait for this for my next thing, you know, or whatever, right? But it doesn't matter. I mean, it's still pretty awesome that you get to do stuff like this. Like, you get to sit back and wait till you've succeeded in building on, and then you move on to the next thing, right? So, cool, we got that next thing. So, now we need to start building garbage and stuff, which I'll make this my garbage centers for now. I don't think we really need 2, but just to be on the safe side, I made 2. And we'll make little medical clinics here, which immediately affected everybody, which is awesome. And then we'll put an elementary school right here. But yeah, like, I mean, it just feels like those missions do kind of take away from the game a little bit. So just, let's put it like this. So, how do I rate the missions in terms of, like, I guess, like, do they get harder and stuff? And I'm gonna say that they do. So I'm going to give it a pretty good score. I'm going to give it another 8 out of 10. But I do feel like at times when you're playing in the mode where you don't have unlimited money, I feel like it kind of punishes you if you don't get them really quick, you know? Because there was times where I'd just be like completely out of money and not be able to do anything until I figured something else out, right? And that kind of bothered me a little bit. But I mean, it's nothing too serious. It's not like I worry about it too much, you know? So there's that. There's the fact that you would keep getting shit like this, where it's like, oh, there's not enough workers. And it's like, well, for God's sake, I have, like, places being built everywhere. What more do you want? Like, I can't help them come into town more, like, you know, quicker or anything like that. So, you know, relax a bit. It's not like it's a big deal. And I mean, I wish I had also, like, learned the controls a little bit more too. This is something that my friend made fun of me about, because, like, he was like, you know, like, you never, like, paused the game while you were playing. I was like, I didn't even know you could pause the game until I watched, I think it was his playthrough or whatever, right? And that's when I discovered, oh my god, you can freaking, you know, build, basically you can build, like, you can pause the game and all that, and I was like, oh, well, I guess I could have read the entire menu for that. So that brings us to our next thing. Of course, I have to always talk about the graphics, and look at those graphics. Those graphics are freaking amazing. So yeah, definitely 9 out of 10. I mean, you can always make it look more realistic, of course, but I mean, look at these trucks and stuff. They look pretty realistic, but I mean, still. If I'm gonna nitpick anything, it's gonna be, you know, like the little textures and stuff, you know. But yeah, I mean, still, it's totally awesome. There's nothing you need to worry about too much. There we go, just so that when they get that there. But yeah, I mean, that's one thing, and then you got other such problems like, you know, like, you find yourself at times being like, wait a minute, what's the next thing I'm supposed to do and all that. Like, there's just all the stuff you have to remember for this game and all that. But that's something I'm going back to what I was talking about before. Okay, so the next thing, let's see, how about this? Does this game get boring after a while? I'm gonna have to say, regrettably, yes, it does. Eventually, there's this point in the game where if you focus too much on, say, like trying to build your city and trying to get all the milestones, it gets boring really quick. And then even if you like stick to, like, you know, I just want to do my own thing, you still kind of get bored after a while. I'm not gonna lie, so I still say yes to that, but at the same time I say within reason. You know, like, I'm saying, like, if you're not gonna play this game for like hours. I mean, I understand that. Like, some people say they have sat down and played this game just for countless hours, just trying to make a successful city work, and that's cool and all. But I mean, still, I mean, that is kind of crazy at the same time when you really think about it. But yeah, that's totally something that just happens. I mean, what are you gonna do? Anyway, another thing I want to go over is, like, just my overall, like, one other thing, my overall rating of this basically is 8 out of 10. It's great, it has its flaws, of course, but not many of them that I really can mention. Like, the only flaws that I can basically say is that there was times where I felt like I found myself saying, what the hell am I doing wrong? And it would always be something like, you have too many policies activated, and like, you really shouldn't be having many policies activated to be able to succeed. I'm like, well, then what's the point of even having them in the game, you know? But other than that, I mean, it's nothing too serious. It's just something like nitpicky stuff, you know, as people would put it. Wait, is there actually nothing being built here? No, there's not. Having commercial areas next to buildings affects too much. So we'll just do that for now. Even though, Mike, you could have built something from that, you idiot. Oh well, shut up. It'll be fine. There we go. Just gonna do something like this for now. Ah, it sounds like the storm's finally coming in. Or maybe it's just in my imagination, but I swear I heard, like, the start of a storm outside. There you go, and there's that the Gate 2 music that I hear all the time. I swear that is what it is. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I just find myself feeling like there's times where it's just like, there's nothing to do. What am I supposed to do now? You know, and stuff like that, which of course makes perfect sense. Like, you're always going to feel that way when playing a game, in my opinion. Never have I played a game and found myself being like, oh my god, like, what am I going to do now, you know? Like, I've never found myself not saying that, basically what I'm trying to say here. I've said that so many times. So, like, that's what this game feels like it has to me sometimes as well. But, of course, that's not a big deal. But anyway, another thing I just kind of wanted to go over with this. Basically, I just want to say to you guys, in a word, I guess, so to speak, because it's not like it's just one word, it's multiple words, basically, but, like, what do you guys feel like about this game? Like, what's your overall experience so far with this? Like, did you feel like it was worthy of going as long as it did? Do you feel like I should just never come back to it? I mean, I found myself saying that. Like, I found myself discussing that to my friend, you know, a little bit. You know, I was like, you know, I kind of find myself being like, at times, I'm just doing this just to do it, you know? Like, I don't feel like this Let's Play is going anywhere, you know? And he was like, yeah, that's totally fine to feel that way, and that's a very good reason to, you know, stop the Let's Play. But at the same time, I'm just like, you know, I just kind of find myself at times being like, oh man, should I continue making more of this? And like, of course, if people do say, oh Mike, what are you saying? Please don't stop this. Just, you know, do what you're doing right now. Just keep doing this like unlimited money thing and just playing around. We don't mind. We'll sit and watch. If you say that, it'd be awesome, and you'll get a big smile out of me. But other than that, I mean, I don't know. I don't understand what else I could do, basically, you know. I feel like I've done everything except for, you know, beat the game, which in my opinion would be doing this, you know, getting to Megalopolis power, you know. That's the only thing I feel like there would be left to do. And although in one of my things, I have basically done that. Like, I've come close, I think. I think we were to, let me see. Well, I know we got the solar power plant, so we did get Grand City at one point. And we've also got Harbor and Harbor too. So we've made Capital City. So we've gotten very close. But, I mean, I still feel like, you know, I still feel like there's really not much left, like not anything else that I can really do, you know? So, I don't know, if you guys disagree, let me know, and you guys will be awesome. Like, it'll really make my day if you guys say you want to see more of this, and I will play more. I mean, I've been tempted to just play this on my own, but I find myself feeling like I'm robbing you guys of what I do, because I'm like, unless I end the Let's Play, I don't really feel like it's fair for me to be like, oh, here, let me just, you know, be like, you know, let me just be like, I'm just gonna play this just to play it because I'm sure someone will watch it, and someone has. People do, but I'm just saying, like, I'm just doing that just for them, and if I play the game on my own, then they might come in and be like, oh, you bastard, you played this game with, like, you know, without telling us you were gonna play it more. You're a dick. How dare you? And I'm like, what? I just feel like that's something that would happen, even though I highly doubt it, but I'm just saying, like, it's something that I felt like before, you know? Oh, wow. Still have no electricity problems. But yeah, that is something that I've, you know, felt like, you know, when I play a game. like, I did try to start this one Let's Play, and then I just scrapped it because it didn't work out very well. But I started playing the game on my own to practice, and then I felt like, but I could be doing a Let's Play of this blind just for fun, you know, and then it just didn't work out. And just because I would go back to it, that's why I'm not mentioning the game. But yeah, like, basically, to put a long story short, I just feel like I'm not going to be coming back to this game for a while. I haven't anyway. Like, I haven't recorded anything since this episode of this. Music, you're cramping my style a little bit. I guess that's something else we could go over. The music in this game isn't very amazing, so I would give it like a 7 out of 10, basically, for a rating system if I have to. It's cool, it's engaging, and it's kind of fun where you scroll all the way out, that it gets this like ambience of like the atmosphere, you know, and all that, and like the music kind of just kind of mellows out a little bit since you're out and about. But when you're up into the town, it gets a little bit, like, as you get even closer to the town, you get the sounds of the people and all that. It's really cool as well. But yeah, I mean, that's something totally off topic from what I was talking about. So basically, I've just been ranting this whole time and not letting the game do anything. Basically, I just wanted to say to you guys, you know, I had a blast playing this. I hope you guys had a blast watching it. And I hope you were convinced to get the game through this too, because like I said, it's a great game to play. And if you haven't played it yourself, I highly recommend you give it a try. I don't know if it's still on sale right now. It was on sale during the summer sale, but of course that's already passed. So if you didn't pick it up then, you can always wait a little while. They'll most likely have a sale of it again. I think it's a lot cheaper than it was when it first came out, of course. Do you want to get the After Dark DLC? That's entirely up to you, really. I'm not going to force you to get it or whatever, you know. Nor will I ever say, oh, you should just get it just to get it. No, I'm never going to say that to you. You know. Oh, yeah. There's no fire departments. Oops. There we go. Alright. I forgot all about that since we read the new thing. God, see, like, when things like that, it's just kind of funny when you forget about something, it kind of screws you over as well. But yeah, I think that's kind of ends my rant there. Basically, I just wanted to say, I'm probably going to take a step back from this game for a while. I mean, I've been doing that anyway. But I mean, I'm going to probably take, like, an extended hiatus unless enough people ask for it to come back. Do know, however, that if I do come back, it'll probably be something like this. And if you guys want to see that, that's fine. Or if you want me to go back to my other maps, just make sure to put in the comments or something like, oh, come on, you can beat this game. Come back and just, you know, do your maps and just change things and it'll be fine, you know? But yeah, that's basically all I wanted to go over. I'm only making this episode because it's been on my mind. And it was like, I just never really did a finale for this, you know? And so basically, this was not really a project, you know? I know in the beginning I said that it was a project to see if we could get to the, like, you know, the ending. But, not only did we never make it to the end, we also ran into a bunch of problems. Problems that led to me being like, I don't want to do this anymore because of something really bad that happened. like my recording failed in a way where like it only recorded my commentary, and like even though you could barely hear the game audio if you cranked your volume, then I'd be screaming in your ear. But like things like that happened, and I just lost all motivation to play this game after that, you know. But coming back into this now and just kind of playing it with this mode, I kind of enjoy it again. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know if you guys would want to see anymore. So, as always, I await to hear from you guys, and I also thank you guys for supporting me through this little project here, even though it didn't go the way I wanted it to. Every view that I got was like basically a pat on my, like basically in my opinion, a thing saying, hey, this is kind of cool, even if you didn't post a comment saying that, you know? I'll give this a shot. That's how I see it. And so, although I know that I've said before that views are not the most amazing thing to me, I do feel like it means a lot whenever I do get a lot of views, and even if I don't get likes, that's another thing I don't mind much either. I mean, like I said, although I'm not gonna like come out there and be like, watch me, you know, and like all that stuff, I still want you guys to be like, hey, I mean, I'll give this guy a shot. He only has a few hundred subscribers. I mean, why not? I mean, maybe he just doesn't have a whole lot because he doesn't go out of his way to find them, you know? And that's true. I let my channel do the work for me, basically. So, I will see you guys in the next thing I record. I'm probably going to do something similar for Prison Architect as well, eventually, because the only thing I have left really to do in that is finish the campaign mode, and basically, I don't know how that's going to be taken from you guys. I don't know what you guys think about that, because I know some of you who watch this probably watch that as well, because it's kind of a similar game. But yeah, that's everything else I wanted to say. I will see you guys when I record next. Till then, bye.